the reason why এক মাস লাগছে কারণ হচ্ছিল the way we usually read is very different from how like you should be studying like a chapter in research, for example.
Hi guys, hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Unscripted. লাস্ট কয়েকদিন ধরে রিলেন্টলেসলি আমরা ভালোই শুট করতেছি, টায়ার্ড এক একজনকে ইন্টারভিউ করে পডকাস্টের থ্রু দিয়ে বেশ মজা লাগছে। আজকের ক্যারেক্টারটাও অনেক মজাদার একটা ক্যারেক্টার যতটুকু আমি বলতে পারি। We have Samin, who's from Uoft.
So Ahnaf Samin is a friend of mine, and we are in the same batch. We are going on our 4th year, University of Toronto. And she আমাদের সবচেয়ে কঠিন সাবজেক্ট ম্যাথমেটিক্স অ্যান্ড ফিজিক্সে এনরোলড। সো এই বিষয় নিয়ে তার সাথে কথা বলা হবে, ইউএফটিতে ওর কেমনে ঢুকলো, ওর জার্নি, এই বিষয় নিয়ে কথা বলা হবে, তার কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েশন নিয়ে কথা বলা হবে, আর তার মুভি টেস্ট, সং টেস্ট সব কিছু নিয়ে আমরা বিবেচনা করবো আজকে ইনশাল্লাহ। সো আহনাফ সামিন, আপনি অডিয়েন্সকে একটু আপনার ইন্ট্রোডাকশনটা।
গুড মর্নিং, যদি এখন কত রাত 9টা বাজে আর কত তেলাই বিশাল কি আজাইরা কথাবার্তা কি 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 শুনলাম না। ফার্স্ট অফ অল আমু বলছে সামিন নাম না, ও সামিন
আহনাফ
সামিন but introduction, I mean like তুমি তো বলতে বলা আহনাফ সামিন। আমি আমার 4th year, I'm in my 4th year studying at University of Toronto, studying Mathematics and Physics Specialist, major not specialist. A huge difference I say there, but it doesn't really matter.
তার জন্য কি চুলটার এই অবস্থা?
What do you mean? Tutor is like I prefer like
না মানে জিজ্ঞেস করতেছি আর কি। I like it, but মানে কেন জানি ম্যাথমেটিক্স আর ফিজিক্স ওটা হচ্ছে বোর্ডে তুমি লিখতে
Einstein your fault. It's so like well I don't know like I don't do anything with my head. I into last night. Last night, but like I don't do much with it. So like yeah, but like I don't know like কোনো পড়াশোনা চলতেছে না Akter তোমার like যত কম পড়াশোনা করা যায় বই দেখলে বই থেকে
মুভি বানানো হচ্ছে নাকি?
Hopefully
we'll get into that.
Ahnaf Samin Akter YouTube or whatever.
আমাদের এখন কোনো সাবস্ক্রাইবার নাই ভাই।
I bet ছাড়ার পর ছিল ইস্যু থেকে একটু আমার থেকে বেশি সাবস্ক্রাইবার আছে
না।
Anyways, so Ahnaf, coming to Uoft, just tell the audience, your fans, about the journey on how you got into Uoft.
Uoft, well, I'm gonna be very frank. Yes, it's like the Telabona জিনিসটা Uoft খুব easily ঢুকছি। I'm not even gonna lie.
কিন্তু অনেক স্মার্ট।
No, I'm not like trust. I mean, I'm almost like come on, like I guess তুমিও বুঝবা কি like it was for example waterloo তে ঢোকা অনেক কঠিন ছিল, UBC তে ঢোকা অনেক way harder. You need to apply for like তোমার SS লেখা লাগে, এই লেখা লাগে, সেই লেখা লাগে। Uoft তে আমি কিছু দেখিনি।
No, I agree.
Uoft তে আমি just আমার transcript দিয়ে দিছি, and like especially like maths department, math or physics, they don't ask for anything usually because এত কম student like well like CS for example, like the biggest main influx of students করতে গিয়ে মানে ঢুকতে চেষ্টা করে CS or like life science ওইখানে যেরকম ঢোকা অনেক like কঠিন আছে, but math physics কে math physics পড়বে আমার মতো
arguably Uoft তে ঢোকা easy, কিন্তু টিকা
well like one of the hardest schools to like stay in, like genuinely speaking like কত মানুষ জানে যে like like they go in অনেক hopes and dreams নিয়ে যে like CS and they drop down to trickle down to like something. I know someone যে engineering looks like CS looks and like he's doing accounting now.
Major change করতে হয় if you cannot maintain the GPA.
I don't even talk about GPA.
Why maths and physics? Because তুমি যেটা বলতেছিলা আমি বাঙালি স্টুডেন্টদেরকে এখানে একভাবেই দেখি যতটুকু জানি, জিজ্ঞেস করলে ইদার বিবিএ অথবা ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং অথবা সিএস, খুব কম মানুষ লাইফ সায়েন্সেসও বলা যায় খুব কম। সো why math or physics?
Mathematics and physics, well okay, so which way it may be interesting. So হাই স্কুলে থাকতে well আমাদের তো ফিজিক্স ছিল ক্লাস 7 মনে শুরু ছিল ক্লাস 6-7 and physics যখন আমাদের ইন্ট্রোডিউস করছিল like I was very fascinated by physics. ভালো লাগতো আর কি কি like I can describe যে like এখানে কিরকম আছে, আমি যদি আমরা ঘুরে আমরা যদি ধরে like সব কিছু পানির মধ্যে কেমন নড়তেছে the fact that I can literally predict the next 5 seconds কি হবে আমি যদি একটা certain action করি that gave me some sort of form of like actually it's like there's some sense of power in it, right? Just actually it's like the ability to have score like that knowledge was something like very valuable to me. So I'm only fascination notes. এখান থেকে আর কি আমি মনে আছে যে like আমার মনে আছে যে like ওই যে ওই idea of like speed of light so E equals mc square আমার এটা মনে হয় খুব famous equation সবাই জানে হ্যাঁ যেটা সবাই শুনছে the infamous equation but এটা আসলে কি কই থেকে আসছে কেন আসছে why do we care about it like how how do you comprehend it actually just like energy what is even energy first of all right like you show me these ideas then this whole realm which is called quantum mechanics ওই জিনিসটা আমার like and I was just fascinated like I mean like there's no way to understand this until I'm university.
Yeah.
So yeah. So like at the end of the day, like I'm also like I've decided like I'm like a project like if I were to study anything ever in my entire life, maths including physics. But once I got into Uoft, um, the physics department is কেমন জানি লাগে আর কি it's not যে ফ্যাসিনেশনটা ছিল ওইটা এরকম নাই ওই অ্যাপ্রোচটা নাই ওই সিমিলার হাই স্কুল অ্যাপ্রোচ যেটা ছিল আর কি you know like it was like আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ধর্ম মানে লাভটা কি হলো but the math department the special like at least the major level like the specialist level math department I was truly fascinated by it.
Specialist departments and faculty of their truly different.
Like মানে আমি যে প্রফেসরটা ছিল সো লাইক আমি ফার্স্ট ইয়ারে একটা ম্যাথ কোর্স নিয়েছিলাম সেটা ছিল এমডি 240 and it was conducted by Professor Marco Gualtieri. Um, like he had an approach of like ওনার যে অ্যাপ্রোচ ছিল ম্যাথে it really like আমার মনে হচ্ছে চোখ খুলে গেছে যে like what just happened like math যেটা আমার physics এর ভালো লাগে fundamentally math এর মধ্যে আছে so that's why I'm slightly switch মারছি তখন আর কি first year like I went from just physics specialist to mathematics and physics specialist so that's why I ended up doing mathematics and physics.
Good.
I guess the teacher really had an impact on you.
Like that's it. Yeah, like I'm a programming more than you see. So that's an approach. Yeah.
So talking about quantum mechanics and whatnot, you know there are a lot of math and physics enthusiasts. তো তারাও ধরো ইউএফটিতে আসতে চায়
Any university.
In any university.
Right.
So Ura, like what are your goals after you graduate from your university? What do you think?
Since এখন তুমি almost শেষের দিকে, it's quite serious now, right?
Yep.
So what do you think what's going to be the outcome?
So that the others can also, you know.
Oh, right. I mean, like, so there are a few approaches. That's the thing. Like, it really depends on like what you really want to do in life. অনেকে যেটা হয় যে এইসব স্পেসে আসার পর they care like so like John when you're in school you don't really well at least in our situation where I didn't care about finance as much. Well at least আমার mantra ছিল যে like I won't care about finance আমি mainly আমার যেটা truly fascinate করে ওই দিকেই আমি steer করব no matter what wherever it leads me. Right? So আমি যদি ওইটাতেই ধরে রাখি then you know there's academia the whole point of education departments like the pure STEM like pure science so like pure math or pure physics or math and physics joint you have to steer towards academia so like research you know like teaching like professors or teacher assistants or I mean like first of all like the journey to অনেক বিষয় like undergrad আমি যদি like if I like continue this path আমি তো বললাম আমার মাস্টার্স যেতে হবে মাস্টার্স করতে হবে পিএইচডি করতে হবে পিএইচডি করবো তারপরে দেখা যাবে
Do you want to do? Do you want to jump PhD?
I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested, yeah. Like, I feel like there's more to learn. Why stop here, right?
So, like, you know, going forward, you know, there's research, there's a lot of, I think, finance field as well, maths and physics in general. দেখা যাচ্ছে even কি বড় fintech companies ও mathematicians দের হচ্ছে। হ্যাঁ
Right, so like, sorry to interrupt, because তুমি যেটা কথাই বলতেছিলে আর কি, the other approach যেটা ছিল যে like if you do care about finance, তখন then your whole path is very different, like এখান থেকে আর কি জিনিসটা ছিল, তখন তুমি তুমি you go towards like যেটা তুমি বলছো finance, so data analysis, I think, like data analysis,
data science,
data science এর মধ্যে, yeah, pretty much ওইদিকে you start veering around, or engineering,
risk management,
management. They're big tech companies, you know, too, like they want, well, not mathematicians per se, but like, well, sort of like very like such like mathematicians, like or like physicists, like that critically think করতে পারে, so there's some value to it. So what you want is তখন like some experience করা, ছোটখাটো কাজ করা, and then slowly work your way up from there. So এটা করা যায় আর কি।
So I've heard from you when we were walking at Philosopher's Walk at Uoft that
check out that video, guys. Samin.
Oh yeah.
So I'm featured in that blog. Okay, back to the question. So in the when we were in Philosopher's Walk, we were speaking about his research. He is in a research right now. So just tell us about your research and how the work environment is or looks like.
Okay.
Actually, before you answer that, I just have one other question about maths and physics.
Yeah.
Since it's not a common subject, right?
Yeah.
At least আমাদের দেশে,
First of all, আমি আমার ডিপার্টমেন্টে কোনো বাংলাদেশি দেখি নাই, so
এটা আমি বলতে গেছিলাম। তো যেহেতু তুমি বলতেছো ধরো একটু আনকমন সাবজেক্ট, এই সাবজেক্টগুলোর মধ্যে অবস্টেকল গুলো কি থাকে ইন ইউনিভার্সিটি লাইফ, এন্ড যেহেতু তুমি এখন ফোর্থ ইয়ারে অনেকগুলো কোর্সেস করে আসছো, তুমি সাপোর্টটা কেমন পাইছো, এবং তুমি যখন স্ট্রাগল করতেছিলে, হাউ ডিড ইউ অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওভারকাম ইট?
I see. So that's a good question. Like, do you focus as a Bangladeshi or as a
Sure.
like maths and physics student?
In as a student, of course, in general, but also as a Bangladeshi, because completely new environment. সব কিছু একদম নতুন, তোমার অ্যাডাপ্ট করার ব্যাপারে অনেক কিছু আছে।
Right. It's, well, some bad news, guys. It wasn't very helpful. Like, especially maths and physics. Maths and physics department, well, pure science department. I am dealing with very smart people. And it's not like, like I'm not being humble when I say that, like I'm not smart. It's not just like okay, I'll admit you, I'm competent, sure, but these kids have been wanting, well, they're meant to do math like since they were like, I don't know, 5 years old or something. They think differently. Like the way they approach a math problem, it's very different from like আমি জানি না, আমার করতে আমার ফুর্তি লাগছে, আমার ভালো লাগছে, লাইক আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, লাইক নামটা সুন্দর, ও ভেক্টর স্পেস নিয়ে কাজ করতেছে, ইটস ভেরি নাইস, লাইক আইগেন স্পেস নিয়ে কাজ করতেছে, ওই মাইশে কইতে পারবো যে আমি একটা পডকাস্টে বলতে পারবো আমি এন ডিমেনশনাল স্পেস নিয়ে কাজ করি বা whatever, right? But these kids, they're very like highly hyper focused, and like তাদের tunnel vision আছে, they've been wanting to do this. So you're not gonna get much help from these kids, and like that creates a very difficult, toxic environment.
Which is Uoft design.
Uoft in general. Well, coping, you need to find the right people. So like, luckily enough, I mean, like my roommate, for example, she maths and physics, and his name is Antonio, right?
Shout out to Antonio.
But nice guy, super nice guy. But like, yeah, he's like a normal guy. He's very smart. I'd say more smart than me. But you know, like it's just like I surrounded myself with like some like good people, which আমি জানি অনেকের নাই, most people I know নাই, weirdly enough অনেক friend চিনি অনেকে যাদের, I'm like the only friend to them sometimes, কারণ like, you know, well, আমার তো যাই আসে না, আমার তো কোনো competition নেই, I don't care, like I'm just here to like vibe and like, you know, learn whatever I want to learn, right? So we circled the create color. That was pretty helpful for me. And that is something like I was saying, well, I mean, like we're probably gonna get into it, like, you know, it's something you want to do while getting to university. Oh, they overdo it. That's something true. Like অনেকে first year অনেক friends থাকে, and অনেক fake friends থাকে.
True.
অনেক fake friends থাকে.
It's my
business. এটা সবার হয়, এটা সবার হয়. Because like to be fruitful, I mean, you're meeting so many people every day, 10 জন করে দেখা করতেছে 10 জন করে তোমার ইনস্টাগ্রাম ফলোয়ার বাড়তেছে you feel good and then like after like a month or two আস্তে আস্তে দেখবে যে like well মানুষজন দেখি to you know like you gotta be careful with like who you want to be friends with or you don't want to be friends with like আস্তে আস্তে like the reality sinks in and তখন হচ্ছিল তখন হচ্ছিল সেই 5টা ভালো ফ্রেন্ড যারা অ্যাকচুয়ালি দে কেয়ার তার মন দিয়ে ভালো and they care for you and they value you as a person not as like a asset যে আজকে যে আলা থেকে থাকলে আমার লাভ ওইটা moving that aside but those are going to be like the friends for the next like 3-4 like years or like forever basically right?
It's quite interesting to me in any works and
I think my question
শেষ করি
আচ্ছা
কি এত তাড়াহুড়ো কেন
না আমি জানি যাচ্ছি আমি নিজেও রিসার্চের জন্য অ্যাপ্লাই করতেছি তাই
কম্পিটিশন লাগায় রাখি যেটা বলতে চাচ্ছিলাম যে যেটা বলছো আই থিঙ্ক আমি একদম আই ফুলি এগ্রি উইথ ইট আই থিঙ্ক ইউনিভার্সিটি আসার পর আমার জন্য এই জিনিসটা খুব ভালো হয়েছে যে আমি এই জিনিসটা বুঝতে পারছি যে it's not about how many people you mingle with it's about the quality of people that you mingle with
oh yeah of course
so we quality টা থেকে I think when you keep your circle close ওই যে কথাটা বলে যে you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with right
yeah.
so I think that creates an environment for you to thrive under so যখন মানুষজন এক গাটি নিয়ে থাকে জঙ্গলটা হয়ে যায় কিছু বুঝতে পারে না so এটা I guess মানুষজন বুঝতে পারাটা is very helpful for the university life
yeah I do agree yeah like it's যেটা হয় যে like first year যেটা yeah you're very naive like it's true like you know like you're in an area যেখানে তুমি কাউরে চিনো না তুমি জানো না কি করবা you want to know as many people as possible right? Like, especially যারা বিদেশে পড়তে আসে
you get hyped on networking
yeah of course but sometimes you get lost in it right so anyway I'd say yeah so like it's in my opinion I wouldn't say like oh I don't network করো না you should
no of course networking is important that's not what I meant guys what I meant is network যে করবা with quality of people টা তো তোমার বুঝতে হবে
yeah just clarify like don't get feared of like আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে আচ্ছা আমি এখন নেটওয়ার্কিং করা উচিত না কারণ সবাই ফেক না
আচ্ছা ওর কোশ্চেনটা তো আমরা ফেরত যাই
research আমি রিসার্চের জন্য অ্যাপ্লাই করতেছি I have been into research I did an internship as well my life science I know how it looks like but I want to know what research looks like for math and physics and what's the work environment like to you
I guess research আমাদের মতন like আমাদের প্রোগ্রামে হচ্ছিল it's very I guess boring so like I don't know like physics research I guess more specifically আরো interesting হতে পারে right যে like কাজ করতেছি like এখানে ফলাইতেছি দেখি কি হয় স্পার্ক করতেছি আচ্ছা but like maths and physics or mathematics specifically যেখানে আমি research করতেছি I'm not really doing research আমি এখন পড়াশোনা করতেছি like I'm just reading and then পরে একটা question দিবে and then I'll try to solve it like সব এই যে fancy word সরাই দিলে আমার যেটা করা হচ্ছে আমি একটা প্রফেসরের সাথে ঠিক করা হয়েছে এই যে প্রফেসর হচ্ছে আমার একটা question দিবে it's like an assignment and they gotta check if I can solve it or not and it's not solved that's the big part of the whole thing and আমি যদি solve করতে পারি আমার নামে একটা পেপার লেখা হবে that's pretty much আমি একটা ক্রেডিট পাবো আর কি or basically আমার theorem আমার নামে Ahnaf's theorem
so it couldn't be solved earlier that's what professor said
নাকি এটা নতুন টপিক
is it something
I couldn't understand
it's a revolving topic in maths
acha
that no one could actually solve
okay
but if someone actually solves it and they could make sense of it
okay so like more precisely it's like it's probably like a well actually given that I'm not question that down so I can't really say much but it's probably going to be something like it's probably going to be a question so there are two options একটা হচ্ছিল this আমার প্রফ হচ্ছিল একটা কোশ্চেন দিবে যেটা ছিল you know like যে কেউ চাইলে সলভ করতে পারে একটা profound professor like actually academia যারা আছে তারা বসলে সলভ করতে পারবে but they don't do it কারণ হচ্ছে like আজে কি খুচরা কোশ্চেন আর এগুলা কইরা লাভ আছে কি so they make us do it and আমাদের নামে পেপার আর কি আমাদের লাভ
ভালো তো না
আমাদের কাজ করে আর যেটা হতে পারে যে they can give you like actual proper problems যেটা academia এখন properly solve হয় and the whole point of that is not expecting that they don't expect you to solve it, because I mean like এত বড় big brain people are পারে নাই, but it's more like bring in fresh minds, because the thing is that academia যেটা হয় যে একই like করতে করতে হচ্ছে like you build calluses, right? তোমার একটা approach থাকে আর এটা হয় না। When you bring in fresh minds, like they're gonna be more, how do you say this, rebellious, like could be different approach করবে, it could be unorthodox, that's the word I was trying to look for, like unorthodox approach থাকবে, and like who knows, like maybe it's gonna be silly, but by the off chance যে যদি হয়ে যায়, like that solves everything, এরকম আর কি। ইউরিকা হবে নাকি না, যে which like like I don't know, like 60-70 বছর প্রফেসরের আর ওই স্পার্কটা আর আসে না। So that's the whole idea of like researching like academia heavy programs. It's like
Quite demanding, no?
Demanding as in what, like
A lot of hours, I suppose.
yeah, like for me it's been pretty chill, but like yeah, you should like usually it is like very intensive, like you sit down with the professor and you just like batch onto like actually it's like first তোমার যেটা পড়তে দেয়, so আমার যেটা I've been stuck on one chapter for like nearly a month, not because it's like super intense, like because I'm dumb, but also like it's more like it's not the way, like the reason why এক মাস লাগছে কারণ হচ্ছিল the way we usually read is very different from how like you should be studying like a chapter in research, for example. So I mean the fancy words Volvo, just to sound cool, but also just to give you an like sort of funny. So I'm যেটা বলতেছি like Riemannian geometry আর কি. So it deals with shapes, smooth shapes.
ROH, is that the spelling? ROH.
Like Riemannian geometry.
That's right angle, opposite
No,
hypotenuse.
right angle. Wait.
No, so Riemannian geometry is something like very like
It's
intense.
something else.
Manifolds, it deals with manifolds. Manifolds maybe should start. It happens just about that.
Acha, acha,
I had a spider.
I might have.
Every day the chilam, guys, check that video out.
But and the thing is, like the first chapter was just introduction. It introduces the objects that I'm going to be dealing with for the rest of like whatever the whole part of research is going to be dealing with, which are called differentiable manifolds. এখন একটা definition আছে ওইটা, একটা খুবই strict rigorous definition. A definition is when something is like literally constructed and এটার বাইরে আর কিছু বলে না, you don't question it. That's the definition. Yes, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, they're numbers, like the base 10 numbers. কেন they're numbers? It's just they're defined like that. Done. আর কোনো question নেই, ঠিক আছে, এটার নাম এক কেন, that's how we define it, এরকম এক জিনিসটা, like there's no question. But our professor আমার question করতেছিল যে like why am I defining like a manifold like this specifically, a specific region, right? I was like, oh, that's the definition, and that's technically how I approached most of mathematics, and which is a general approach in mathematics in general. But আমার জিজ্ঞেস করতেছিল, she was questioning me why, but like কেন আমি define করতেছি, কেন হচ্ছিল আমার দুইটা চার্ট হচ্ছিল, like the transition map between the two charts হচ্ছিল differentiable হইতে হবে, why does it matter যদি given the intersection should be non-empty? I don't know, like একটা guess করবো, আমি বলবো যে দেখো আচ্ছা like a transfer from like one integer to smoothly হওয়া যায়, okay yeah right, that's good. I was like oh okay, I see the whole point.
So just চিন্তা করানোর জন্য এটা বলছে,
not that, is to understand the true motivation behind it, sort of like the historical approach of like the whole point, like yeah, that's the thing. So like why am I defining differential manifolds? These are constructed by smart people back in the day, around like 100 years ago, right? Why did they define it, right? She's trying to get at that. Like the given I mean
trying to make you think.
Here's the thing, right? Like 1 2 3 I'm really different. It can bother this.
What was the approach to it?
Can I mean
The thought process.
It's because the standard is with me prodigee, so that I can like denote like one singular object, like নাম দিলে ভালো হয়, which is one এক বা যে অন্য ভাষা যেটাই বলে, right? So ওইটা just বলতে পারে, so like ওটার জন্য like then because you get lost academic যারা 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 এখন whoever's listening to it যারা যদি হাই স্কুলে থাকে তারা অনেক কিছু টেক্সট বা এরা এমনি কেন করে logarithm কেন এক্সিস্ট করে log function can do why there is a reason why it's just like on বলা হয় না right
There is a reason.
there is always a reason log function well whoever's interested
High school is just like A, B, C that way, and that's it.
yeah
Then it's vomited on.
Yeah.
Just X, Y, Z, X.
Yeah, XYZ. There are many approaches. XYZ, alpha, beta, gamma, chi, psi, phi. অনেক Greek letters আছে. অনেক approaches আছে, right? But the thing is যে like what was it? So like যেটা বলছিলাম যে log function. What the hell is it? Right? আমি deal করছি না. আমার just wait করতেছি. It's very important because it's the integral of 1 over x. Or 1 over x is 1 থেকে 1 over t 1 to x পর্যন্ত integrate করা আর কি. And integration are important on a shoe like you want to be
Integration তো বিরক্ত লাগে ভাই
but it's well how do you say this suppose তোমার এরকম abstract একটা object দেওয়া হয়েছে and like you তোমার তুমি একটা engineer right and তুমি এটার surface এর ব্যাপারে জানতে চাও well তুমি যদি তোমার কাছে যদি একটা ফাংশন থাকে যেটা হচ্ছে এটার কি বলে এটা লেন্থের ব্যাপারে দেয় তুমি just এটা ইন্টিগ্রাল এটা সারফেস দিয়ে তোমার দিয়ে দেবে তোমার সারফেস ফাংশন পাওয়া যাবে right it's pretty easy I don't know like যে ফিজিক্স যেটা অনেক হয় যে তুমি হচ্ছে তোমার যদি ডিসটেন্স ফাংশন থাকে ওটা না সো তোমার যদি ভেলোসিটি ফাংশন থাকে তো কত দ্রুত এটা যে কত যে গতিতে একটা অবজেক্ট নড়তেছে ওইটার যদি তোমার একটা ফাংশন থাকে ওইটা তুমি কোনোভাবে যদি এটা ডিসক্রাইব করতে পারো ম্যাথমেটিক্যালি ওইটা ইন্ডিকেট দিলে তুমি জাস্ট বাই করতে পারবে এটা কত দূর মানে এটা ডিসটেন্স কত দূর ট্রাভেল করছে না ভেরি বেসিক ইন্টিগ্রেশন লাইক অ্যাপ্লিকেশন বাট দ্যাটস হাউ ইট ওয়াজ রাইট ক্যালকুলাস করতে গেছে এই যে নিউক্লিয়াস বলছে নিউটন আইজাক নিউটন ইনভেন্ট করছে নট টু টর্চার ইউ গাইস বাট টু আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড রিয়ালিটি রাইট
আচ্ছা অনেক তো ম্যাথের টার্ম ফিজিক্সের টার্ম অনেক কিছু কি থিওরাম এই অনেক কিছু শুনলাম মাথা একটু ঘোরাচ্ছে বাট ইন্টারেস্টিং লাগছে ক্যান লাইক অ্যাকচুয়ালি ইন্টারেস্টিং লাগছে এখন আমরা যাব সামিনের আরেকটা প্যাশনের দিকে ম্যাথ এন্ড ফিজিক্স তো বলবে কেন পড়তেছে কি করছে তাছাড়া ও একটা জিনিস নিয়ে খুবই ইন্টারেস্টেড যেটা আমার খুবই সারপ্রাইজিং লাগছে যে এটার সাথে এটা কিভাবে হাউ সো he owns a studio it's called Apollo Studio so want him to give a small introduction about what it is, what you do about it, and then we'll ask you the questions.
Oh yeah, so like Apollo Studios, you know, they're like digital marketing company back in like 2018, 2019. It was about basically like at the start of Juli Thake. You need logos, you need promo videos, you need a bunch of digital stuff, right? We're just like the Kickstarter for them basically like যদি logo লাগে আমি logo like we have a graphics designer যদি the video like you want a video we'll produce you a video page এর জন্য কি লাগে cover photo like we will make that for you right and like আমাদের যে whatever well with a very specific approach not in the sense of like oh acha এটা market আছে but because we have a pure raw passion for it so like you know আমি ছিলাম হচ্ছে videography head but it's just yeah আমি video বানাতাম I was the guy who made videos right? Because I had a knack for making videos Shihab was the true founder I'd say আমি ছিলাম co-founder right সে হচ্ছিল well he was like the maestro of everything সে হচ্ছিল তার first graphics designer well ছিল না technically আমাদের we were claiming যে আমরা graphics design করতে পারবো but like he's like you know what I'll learn how to like you know do graphics design and he learned graphics designing and like he's like up there being like one of the best.
Just for information if you could introduce Shihab as well.
Oh Shihab Shadia Shurov is like a close friend of mine I'd say like he is a very good friend of mine like আমরা হাই স্কুল একসাথে করছি আমি তার এমনি তো ছোটবেলা থেকে চিন্তা মাঝে like আমার সিনিয়র ভাই ছিল but then I skipped a grade then we became classmates
জিনিয়াস আমরা তো বলছিলাম ও বলে ভাইয়া আমি তো মনে হয় তোমার একবার জুনিয়র ছিলাম কি তুমি প্রমোশন পাইছো নাকি বিকজ আমার একটা ফ্রেন্ড আছে আজওয়াত I was talking to Ajwat great guy ও বলতেছিল যে বিআইএফটি ওই যে ফুটবল টুর্নামেন্টের জন্য
Yeah.
মনে ভিডিও করছিল অর সামথিং তো
Yeah,
তোমার নাম
yeah,
ওখানে আসছে
yeah.
তো ওই দিন যখন when I was talking to her তোমরা ওই শুনছি
Yeah.
so ওইটাই রিকল করতেছিলাম আর কি।
Yeah, like also Aj was also a good friend of mine. ওর সাথে ফ্রেন্ডশিপ লেগেছিল যখন like we exactly BFT ভিডিওটা যখন প্রোমো ভিডিওটা যখন বানাইছিলাম আর কি, and again I'm the video guy so like I had close contact with him and like the whole football team and then like we made the video and like whatever, right? But like yeah, she like he's a very interesting person. Like he has the sort of, in my opinion, he has the true entrepreneurial mindset, or like the very like how do you say this, like the like John, when we say the true Sigma mindset, he is the person who really does it. But I like John আমরা বলতে কাজ করতাম, like he used to do the dealings, like মানুষজনের সাথে কথা বলা, আগে কথা বলতো না, but like in order for this company to survive, he has to talk to people, so he did. He learned how to talk to people, and he did talk to people, and he made the connections. She gets it. I think he was also interested in doing MBAs, but also like he made the connections. He spoke with people. He spread the word. There's something called Apollo Studios, and we made like we did our work, and because our work was, well, in my opinion, groundbreaking. You know, like we made a good name for ourselves, and then we went big. But then like COVID hit, so like COVID, we our startup was based upon like actual physical events. Well, COVID, some of the physical events are high night. So we sort of went in a hibernating mode, and thought like Shihab went on to his own venture, Cablegram. If you've never heard of it, you go and think about it. But
শেষ করো না বলতেছি
and no, like he's not part of Cablegram anymore, but he's doing his own thing now. He's like sort of focusing on himself and
আমি জানো অ্যাপোলোর নাম ফার্স্ট কখন শুনছি আমার মাত্র এটা মনে আসলো
yeah.
বার্গ মনে আছে বার্গ আমি তো এখন চিন্তা করছি কি অ্যাপোলো স্টুডিওস বার্গ কি সে
আমাদের আমার মনে আছে বার্গের জন্য কত ডিজাইন
আমাদের একটা ক্লাসমেট ছিল আবিদ নামে so Berg হচ্ছে he started Berg.
I'll bring it up.
He started Berg, and then I remember he used to always, I don't know, tell us about he's working with this studio, he's doing stuff.
He's in other cons.
Abid.
He was
Berg,
good.
Berg, what's Berg?
You can see. Like he did right.
Abid mona আমাকে বলছিল জুম ইন করে দেব সমস্যা নেই আমরা কি বার্গের মার্কেটিং করে দিচ্ছি
I mean, is it still up there?
We might have Abid.
Is Berg still up there?
I have no idea, but yeah. Anyways, so they saw the I'm just thinking they got some wow.
That's crazy.
Small world, man.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a logo for us? It's not finalized yet.
I mean, like if she has down to like
graphics designer.
Like opportunity, if he's willing to like pick up his webcam.
আমরা reignite করি Apollo-কে.
Yeah, we can do that. Apollo and unscripted.
I mean, yeah. So like the thing is, like we've thought of like bringing back Apollo Studios again, because I feel like that was a startup that like really involved people who are truly passionate.
Good news for us.
Like it's good. Like it's good. Like it's like the dream team, right?
Asset.
ঠিক আছে বলো ভালো লাগছে খুব
Yeah, but the thing is, like সবাই ছড়ানো ছিল। He's studying at University of Michigan. Like I'm Uoft there. This other guy, the third guy, his name is Fatin Anwar, a very talented guy. Like he still lives in Dhaka, right? So it's hard when you have distance, like with like different time zones. Well, I mean Michigan to Uoft to Michigan, but like Fatin was the third guy. She told like I brought that, So like it's like we're taking our time for now, and we'll see if we do it again or we'll just do our own thing and see what happens.
Well, so Ahnaf, I'm going to talk about your friend circles, your journey of videography, cinematography. That is why it's one of your signature passion or ECA. Then about maths and physics, I'm going to get Sheldon Cooper.
Young Sheldon, আমরা
regardless of that, I want to ask you, you like when you have your publish your videos in YouTube, Do you follow a certain kind of pattern, or do you follow a certain kind of principle for YouTube?
Like
videos?
just YOLO.
Just
So you did watch my videos, huh? You guys did.
I was there.
I mean, to be I did the cheat, sure.
ভাই আমি তো এখনো
আমি
miss out, ঠিক আছে,
তুমি ছিলে না, তুমি কি করবি না?
ঠিক আছে।
I thought you know like 2 weeks ago, right?
No worries.
Yeah, no, okay, so like I guess whoever watched like whoever Jay, like if you do watch my videos, like at least like last few well OJ like you'll see Jay like the birthday videos but like whenever I have a motivation to like like you know 10টা বড় ভিডিও ছাড়ছি এক মাসের মধ্যে and then একটা 2 বছর গ্যাপ নিয়ে I come back again. But
মানে তুমি সালমান মুক্তাদিরের মতো বেশি
okay, well, weirdly enough, I've never watched his videos. I never grew up watching his videos, or like any Bangladeshi content creator. Yeah, no, Bangladeshi. I mean,
I can vouch for him because he's one of his idols for YouTube is Casey.
I mean, literally gave up.
সেই আমার তো সেই লাগে
I mean, literally gave up. So,
Same.
yeah, so like, if you do watch my videos, to be budget, like, it's very, very like, like, well, the how do you say this?
Raw?
Like the
It's very
approach.
natural and genuine.
Yeah, the sort of style. Yeah, our video style যেটা they're vlogs first of all, right? So like ওটা তো like that's well ওটা determine করাই হলো, but the pacing, well, at least I try to replicate what Casey Neistat does. You know, chilo, well, you use a backdrop music, but you don't use any like annoying generic music. Yeah, like I don't know, like oh, like you know, like oh, chill vlog music with it, like slap. I don't do that. I try to use a good, well, engaging song, and pacing it to well. I've been slacking on pacing at auto bhalo, but I try to keep it fast paced, and I try to add in the music. I try to use the music as an enhancement rather than just like a backdrop song.
An enhancement as in, you know, you change your shots while the music beat drop.
Yeah, so like if I want to, let's say, like, I mean, sorry about that. When I want to zoom in, when a serious topic like I won't add in the music at that point. Probably not, depending on the song, whatever song I'm using. But if it's like a chill, I was like, give us a little like, and then like add a backdrop song. Given it's like a high, like a vibey song, like a pop song, chill the city or whatever, right? So like that's my approach, and also like genuine like I don't want to sell anything. I'm not trying to like be, well, I guess it's like I'll be changing my sort of like channel's approach soon, I guess. But so far it's been what is a vlog is just like a day in the life. I mean, I'm just with a record program and trying to make a movie out of it. That's Casey Neistat's approach, by the way, right? And I was like, okay, you know what? That's what I'll do. I'll try to make the best movie out of my day, like as much as possible.
I'm also in there as well.
Yeah, you're one of them. You're one of them. You're one of them.
So it's আমি somehow নাই but আমি আসি দেখবা
Soon.
দেখবা
Inshallah.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah.
আচ্ছা ইন্টারেস্টিং আমার একটা কোশ্চেন আছে এই ভিডিও নিয়ে ইউটিউব ফেসবুক সবকিছু নিয়ে ধরো কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটর রাইট whenever they publish or release something ওনারা চায় যে ইম্প্যাক্ট হোক ওটা রাইট ভিউ হোক হ্যাঁ মানুষের থেকে ফিডব্যাক বা আমরা নোটিস করি যে ধরো ইউটিউবে লেটস সে একটা ভিডিও 1 মিলিয়ন ভিউ পাইছে ভিডিওতে কোনো এডুকেশনাল কন্টেন্ট বলো কোনো ধরনের ক্রিয়েটিভ কন্টেন্ট কিছু নাই বাট ভিউ অনেক বেশি বাট আরেকজন যে ধরো অনেক এফর্ট দিছে অনেক কষ্ট করে একটা জিনিস বানাইছে ওইটা ওইভাবে অ্যাপ্রিশিয়েট করাবো তোমার কিছু বলতেছি না সো ওইভাবে অ্যাপ্রিশিয়েট করে না সো তুমি হাউ ডু ইউ থিঙ্ক যে কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটর স্কোপ অ্যাবাউট দ্যাট কারণ ধরো একটা ভিডিওতে তুমি দেখবে ইউ আর ডুইং ভেরি ওয়েল আরেকটাতে তুমি আবার ওইভাবে রিচ পাচ্ছ না সো হাউ ডু ইউ নো মোটিভেট ইয়োরসেলফ যে ইউ বি কনসিস্টেন্ট
Yeah, I think it's so like even in my
question.
No, I'm taking my time. I'm like, you know.
I think I really got you to think about that.
Yeah, like that's a good question. It's just like, you know, I want to articulate my answer as probably as much as possible. But like the thing is, you're like, okay, yeah, so like you can see that in my own channel as well. Like the so I mean I had a video published for some I think literally a year ago. I think I do. I don't know, like more than a year ago. Called demotivated monkey. So monkey is my like thing I do. Right? Like I have things that I do. So like one of the like pattern I also have is I pick a catchphrase. Well, not a catchphrase, like an idea. And
Like
I know
like his name.
that's a thing.
no, that's a good that.
So we'll get to that.
Yeah, but like yeah, so like monkey. So like that's something I slap. But demotivated Uoft monkey or something, right? And I put it at a time like right before I think a reading weekend, and that's when everybody is. And the thing is, I didn't have like a actually এই সময় সবাই demotivated সবার motivation দরকার, so আমি এটা and like especially UFT তো অনেক খারাপ অবস্থা, so like make it আমার ওই কোনো approach ছিল না. It was just I was going through it, and I think like some certain ideas, certain stuff, really motivated me. I was like, okay, I'll make a video on it, and I did make a video on it, and it got nearly like 1K views. Like, which is like, I mean, JDB published করছি, it became the most viewed video in like a day. Out of my like what 5 months that I've been making videos since like 2015. Right?
I mean, that's huge.
You never know, but also like there's an algorithm.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
But how do you understand that?
You don't.
Acha.
Like that's what Mr. Beast did for like 10 years.
PewDiePie did it for 10 years.
Yeah, like the thing is like PewDiePie, I'd say like so like we golden era you cannot show like what you were talking about, so, like true passion and work, and like if you put in the work and if you put in effort and if you put in true creativity, YouTube algorithm will boost that. Well, it's not just will boost that. It's just the eyeballs will cater towards that. But now I've connected the system, like you said, right? That like people like Mr. Beast. Not that they abused it. It's just that, like he's smart, right? He worked on it. It's like if you hear any of his podcasts, he approached this whole thing very scientifically. Literally test course. If 10% saturation or 8% saturation will boost his views or not. Things like that. But what should the item for like a marshal how they like what should be
things like that.
Things like that. So wait, right? So whatever I was saying, right? Like I demotivated UFT monkey blew up, right? I didn't capitalize on it. I mean, I bought videos on it, and I got lost in like whatever videos algorithm again. But to answer your question, how to keep on going, it's solely, in my opinion, at this point in stage, do you really care about views or do you care about? At one point you do. In reality, you do.
I think everyone does.
Yeah, like really, like to be frank, to be yes. For the ones who do only care about views, and if you just want to be YouTube famous, there are ways. First you have to understand the algorithm and just build that, right? Which is, in my opinion, not very hard. Hard in the sense you just have to sell yourself. I can see that.
I did try some subtle things for which I got views. I had a good growth rate for the first one, but after that, the dormant, Yeah, but I started watching your videos and you were just keep being consistent, and that's what I'm inspired.
Yeah.
I still couldn't do it because of Uoft.
Yeah,
But that I blame myself. That's completely upon me. But inshallah, as I said to you,
এগুলোর জন্য না আমার মনে হয় যে দিয়ে লাভটা কি? This is what I think. I think this. I keep questioning myself about all of this. যে তাহলে লাভটা কি? Like, what would you do?
Yeah, so like which my approach is, যেটা আমি বলতাম আর কি, like the second approach, যেটা হচ্ছে like not the second approach, the second group of people who just make videos just for the sake of it, just to like adrenaline kick,
dopamine effect,
right? It's not the views per se. It's just that you made a masterpiece in your eyes. It's not just a vlog. They're masterpieces.
সুন্দর হয়, এটা বলতে পারি। সুন্দর actually হয়।
But like the things I used to do, for example, in Apollo Studios. So I mean, it's not just I want to be a YouTuber. That's why I'm doing YouTube. It's just that I love making videos, and there's a platform for it. So I mean, which is YouTube. So I just like put it on there. Apollo Studios did it. Like it was sort of, but the face value did like সামনে আমি আমার মেকআপে আমি দিয়ে রাখছি যে ছিল, oh we will make videos for you, but in reality it's just an excuse for me to make a great video for people to watch. right? BFT video যেটা ছিল, BFT video আমার ওই আইডিয়াটা আমার
এটা
মাথায়
সুন্দর
কোনো
ছিল।
thank you. Like I put in a lot of work. It's not because I care about BFT. I know. But like I care about it. I don't issue anything. I didn't care about it.
আজত মনে রাখিস
But it's more. I was so excited that I'm be able to just make it. বাচ্চার মতো লাগছে, like the puzzle solve করার মতো লাগছে। Yes, I like it. আমার মাথার মধ্যে আমার যেটা হয় যে আমার একটা গান মাথায় থাকে। That's how. By the way, whoever's a video for the download approach, that's how I think of videos. Like আমার মাথায় একটা গান থাকবে, and also we sense I'm very visual. Like oh, actually, এই beat এটা হইতেছে, actually এই beat যদি আমি একটা cutscene হয়, বা একটা certain action যদি হয়, it will be like it will be so pleasing. Like that, it's just eye candy for you. So like if I can recreate it like in reality, এটা যদি আমার like monitor তোমার laptop screen আমি যদি আমি edit করার সময় যদি এটা আমি দেখতে পারি, and if I'm able to create that, আমার যে adrenaline rush, it's better than getting like a billion views with by like making like some shit video. You know? So like that's how I keep on making more videos. You know, that's how you keep yourself motivated. It's not really that I need to motivate to see like yeah, it's just that I want that adrenaline kick from not adrenaline, but like the dopamine kick from like a nice shot. You know,
Wow.
Perfection.
I mean, I could understand what you were saying, but আমার খুব একটা জিনিস যেটা নোটিস করতেছিলাম while you were talking about it, even এখনো I could understand that you were feeling something about it. অনেক ভালো লাগছে তোমার এটা নিয়ে বলতে. You're extremely passionate about it.
Yeah, I'd say I'm in somewhat passionate. Yeah, like I enjoy making like I don't know like since I was a kid like um, I grew up watching MKBHD. If you guys know, like,
Of course.
Hey,
I think
yours.
he's my favorite first of
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
আর আমার মনে হয় যে আমি ইউটিউব দেখা শুরু করছি ওর জন্য।
I guess like
আমি যখন ফার্স্ট ফোনটা কিনতেছিলাম না এই দেখে দেখি
the thing is like like I have a little badge that proves that I'm like his OG fan with my little Instagram tag. Does a dick, Jada?
আচ্ছা।
The dick. Well, it's not just from MKBHD, but like so when I started watching YouTube in general, I started with watching tech videos, and I did take on a fascination to it, right? Like, you know, like how phones work, whatever, right? Computers, PC, cameras, and the technology behind it. You say microphone, did a gadgetry, and the actual technical side of it as well. And yeah, so like MKBHD at Ecostudio, like video bashing Beat Studio, Beat Studio Pro, I think, whatever it was. And I'm just using headphones to can see. And I mean, video they said he's like bashing. I was like, cost of it. I'm favorite video with custom. You know what? I mean, Nisha at a video barabo. His like not his style, but like by then I had a good fascination, and I was like, asking he's like camera she, yeah, angles with camera she course. Like I have a good idea by that point. I was like, I'll start making videos, and then I go on Instagram, pull I can't pull them. I was like, I need a you know catchy name, like or the number, right? Like MKBHD যেরকম, তারা আমি তখন like I don't know, like Ahnaf HD like that, right? Or like ASAHD. It doesn't get like it's so like knockoff.
ASA মানে হচ্ছে Ahnaf, Samin,
Exactly. Yeah, so like D D is not nothing. It's like a bold one. If you watch my first like okay, because you can watch my very first video, which is super cringy. So like they got my metal. That's where you will get the answer. But like ESA, that's PSA. That's good enough. But what is my channel about? It's gonna be about back in the day. I'm a first channel that I'm testing on to make tech videos. So that's that tech. That's where the name comes from.
So given that you know you are very exposed to the space, YouTube space as well, however you're also exposed to the cinematic space, you know, space and
কি
space
রে?
as well.
মুভি বানাচ্ছ নাকি? চিন্তাধারা আছে মুভি বানানো?
When he watches a movie, he has some videos that criticize the movie constructively, positively, negatively, based on that movie, right? So, you know, he recently saw a movie, that's why I wanted to ask him, because I didn't see it. Don't give me spoilers, but what do you think about Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer. I guess এটা একটু ভালো
আমি কিন্তু এখনো দেখি নাই।
তোমরা দুজনেই দেখা যায়।
আমি
Okay, I'd say one thing for now. Well, I will discuss more about it, of course, but like one thing I'd say is like, do not miss this opportunity. It is an opportunity of a lifetime. Like Oppenheimer, Tutor said that. Because once you see it on a screen,
That
you
70 millimeter.
now John phone but laptop but you will understand like you've missed out on something beautiful. It's not like a Marvel movie. Marvel movie, in my opinion, you know, like theaters they plus show like a hype. It's just a hype. Oppenheimer or like these kind of movies, like you show like could be dense, could be like you show I'll call them cinema, like true cinema. Cinemas are meant to be watched in theaters. Like Christopher Nolan just had a movie one. He created an experience, something that will, you know, like তোমার সব সেন্সরি নার্ভস হিট করবে যখন তুমি দেখবে তোমার ভিজুয়াল তোমার তোমার তুমি চোখ দিয়ে জ্বালিয়ে তোমার ভিজুয়ালস এইগুলো তারপর তোমার what you're hearing তারপর what you're really feeling like you come to that like it's truly like amazing like and like yes.
Based on the meme culture, is it like truly based on maths and physics? That's why you're being biased, or it's actually, you know?
Yeah, so like
You can make sense out of it.
So like I don't know, the Interstellar is known to be like up there being like really enough it's not
Interstellar
like
to shit.
but really enough it's not like top 10 movies.
Interstellar?
Yeah, I don't like it, but it's about maths and physics, like about maths and physics, right? Physics. It should have been, right? But it isn't because like the curse of physics is that like you know physics. So don't need to pseudology kora hai, right? So they basically tell hai. No, like
True.
because you know, they tell us that's not how it works, right? But Oppenheimer, what he does is like true, like well, first of all, Kalamaki Tsunami is based on true events, and he puts in enough physics so that well, someone like me, let's say, who knows physics, appreciates. Oh, okay, that's cool, and he puts enough of it so that like oh Jade really Janana he appreciates it as well. It's like oh acha, he says something technical, it sounds very cool. Nice, I like this movie now. But also Bishi Dan too, like someone like you know like who doesn't know about it was like acha on keyboard like in the lecture video I said prerequisite to dekhi movie dekha liga. But like so like really answering your question, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Speechless.
Well, speechless. It's more like you can see যেটা বলতেছেন the true passion. Like he's not making this movie for you know like a class পাওয়ার জন্য, views পাওয়ার জন্য, টাকা পাওয়ার জন্য. He doesn't care. He can settle right now. He did it because he loves cinema. He's a scene. You're just like you just like not because like oh the story could be amazing. Which it is, the story is amazing, but it's just so powerful. Like the visual cues, it's something just like jaw breaking. Like whatever, right? Like it's insane. Like it's like spoiler-ish, but not really. You there's a scene where you're expecting something technically. Like and it's something that's very obvious in a hobby, like we shoot like that. And then it happens and the complete opposite thing happens. Like from what you're expecting. Like you actually expect it's a complete opposite of it. And I don't mean event wise, I mean by like what you're gonna feel.
Experience. Okay.
And that was one of those beautiful like not beautiful, it's something that I'm doing.
Okay, so we spoke about education, we spoke about
ভাই তুই একটা আমরা একটা আমাদের স্টুডিওটা এত সুন্দরভাবে সেটআপ
This is a nice studio. I like the lighting, showcase perfectly.
কিভাবে ইমপ্রুভ করতে পারি কিভাবে
Honestly,
কারণ আমার কাছে বাজেট খুবই কম,
Yeah.
বাজেট প্ল্যান আমাদের তো জানোই।
You know, I mean, like, you got nice mics, you have this, I think, like, the extra money will really appreciate.
Sorry. কিন্তু কোম্পানিটা তো দেখছো।
Drink Voss, baby, I don't know, like, drink Prime or like,
Oh, Prime, next time inshallah.
Next time it's Prime.
Yeah, all guests will have Prime.
Please sponsor Google.
I mean, that's a good feedback. That's a good feedback.
Yeah, I guess, like, yeah, it's nice to say. Yes,
আমরা বুঝছো একটা জিনিস অর্ডার দিয়েছিলাম অ্যামাজন থেকে,
Yeah.
এখানে আনস্ক্রিপ্টেড লেখা থাকবে, এখন পর্যন্ত এটা আসে।
Like, here's the thing, like as someone who makes, who's very successful in it, I'd say like don't you know, like don't have any excuses. Like essentially, like, oh, it doesn't have it, like just do it because you want to do it. You know,
Nike.
you just do it. Yeah.
ইনশাআল্লাহ স্পন্সরশিপ পাবো।
So Ahnaf, to wrap up everything, I want to ask you. You are a student.
Yeah.
You are a student at Uoft, as well as you are a content creator because that's your passion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of similar students, prospective undergraduates like you as well. So what will your advice be to students like those?
I'd say make. I'm gonna be again very real. It's not gonna be something like.
It's gonna be based on your experience.
Yeah, experience, and also like I'm gonna say something that may seem harsh, but also like something I feel like it's also very important for like as an individual as well. Jodi tomar mone hoy je tumi এখন এখানে আসো, just for the kids who are planning on doing computer science, যে computer science এ ঢুকতে চাইছে, really make sure তুমি কি actually like computer science করতে চাও because you want to understand like what the field is about, or just because সবাই করতেছে is popular and you're gonna get a job.
The FOMO.
তুমি যদি FOMO হয়ে থাকো, then reconsider, because your life is not going to be easy. Computer science সবাই করতেছে not because, well, yeah, অনেকে করতেছে because it's easy to get jobs, but it's not easy to get this degree. It's still a STEM. It's a very heavy program. In fact, in my opinion, probably one of the hardest degrees to achieve as well. And অনেকে life টাও হয়ে যায় এই degree উঠে থেকে, like I have many people, very close friends. In my opinion, they're very hard workers. Trust me, they're the kind of people that are true discipline. And when I say true discipline, I really mean it. Like it's like I want to get night. True discipline is something very rare, and only common মানুষের থাকে. And this man, like the one man I know, he has it, and he struggles really a lot. And she computer science করতেছে, and like তার জন্য life hell, complete hell, because he truly doesn't care about computer science. He only did it because, not because like even মানুষজন বলছে তার like তার family কারণ বলছে or whatever, right? No, he said.
And if let's say you take your own passionate subject,
Yeah,
and you're doing content creation on the side,
yeah.
what would you say then?
In that case, you have to, well, যেটা আমি নিজেও এখন ঠিক করি না, but I feel like it's one approach is to like time management, and যেটা হয় যে like from shifting from like somewhere where you're very dependent on your parents to a stage where you're very independent. যেখানে like you have to deal with, well, তোমার রুম গুছাইতে হবে, and then তোমার বাথরুমটা পরিষ্কার করতে হবে, and তোমার তুমি এখন নেক্সট লাঞ্চ করতে থেকে আসতেছে, ও আচ্ছা আমার পকেটে টাকা নেই, এখন আমার রান্না করে খাইতে হবে, to like তোমার ফ্যামিলির সাথে রিলেশন ঠিক রাখা, because now that's a thing that didn't exist before. And to like actually all the people you meet, also the cabinet খোঁজ খবর রাখা, এই সেই, then like the list goes on.
So time management is
you have to find the time management, you have to find the balance, you have to find, and you have to prioritize. You have to prioritize to things that you really care about, and ওরকম করে you have তোমার দিনটা সাজাতে হবে.
Funny fact, before he wanted to start revamping back his channel and everything, me and him had a discussion about prioritization, time management, and he made a big decision. He made a big step. He was supposed to do something, he moved back.
Yeah, I think priorities are very important, especially for us. I think at this stage, আমাদের priorities set করে আগানোটা is what I think makes or breaks us. কারণ একটা গোল নিয়ে যখন তুমি আগাও, you're fully focused on that, and I think তখন তুমি make sure করো তোমার mind, তোমার body কোনোভাবে তুমি ওটাতে distraction চাও না।
So the thing is like, oh আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, আমি এখন একটা কিছু নিয়ে ফোকাস করতে চাই, পড়াশোনা আছে, like কোর্সে ভালো করতে চাও, ওইটা করতে গিয়ে তুমি এখন অন্য কিছুতে লাইক সময় দাও না। ফর এক্সাম্পল লাইক টেকিং কেয়ার অফ ইউরসেলফ অ্যাকচুয়ালি, যেটা আমি করতাম না ফার্স্ট ইয়ারে, ফার্স্ট সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে করতাম না, যেটা আমার শরীর অনেক খারাপ হয়ে গেছিল। অ্যান্ড না ওইটার জন্য হচ্ছিল আমার কোর্সগুলো অনেক খারাপ হয়ে গেছিল, আমার শরীর খারাপ ছিল। সো লাইক ইউ হ্যাভ টু ব্রিং ইন ডিসিপ্লিন ইন দ্যাট কেসে, যে লাইক আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে লাইক দিস থিংস আর ইম্পর্টেন্ট, সো লাইক ইউ হ্যাভ টু এগেন লাইক ওই হায়ারকিটা করতে হবে, যে টেকিং কেয়ার অফ ইউরসেলফ, ঠিক মতো নিয়ে রাখা, রুটিনে থাকা, and and then like পড়াশোনাটা করা, like to achieve your goal. Like এখন things aren't easy anymore. তুমি যদি একটা কিছু achieve করতে চাও, there are 10 different things you have to handle, but you have to handle. The thing is like I think one more thing, one more I guess last advice দিতে হবে, which is like, in some sense the acceptance of independency, the cost of independency যেটা, and accepting it, because অনেক ভালো লাগবে ফার্স্টে যে লাইক কি রে এখন তো মা বাবা চালিয়ে দিচ্ছে না, পড়া যা ইচ্ছা তাই করতে পারবো, ঘুরবো ফিরবো না করবো, আমি নিজের মতো এখন পড়তে পারবো যা করে, but there's a cost to it. আগে মা বাবা করে দিত অনেক কিছু, খাবার টাবার রান্না করা, এসে কাপড় ভাঁজ করা, এসে আনতে, তুমি যদি কাপড় না ভাঁজ করো খবর আছে কিন্তু পড়াশোনা ঠিক মতো ইউ নোটিস যে লাইক তোমার রুম পরিষ্কার না দেখলে তোমার পড়াশোনা অ্যাকচুয়ালি এফেক্ট হইতেছে।
So true.
So true.
এটা আমিও নোটিস করছি এখানে আসার পরে, these small habits অনেক ইমপ্যাক্ট ফেলে এগুলো সারপ্রাইজিংলি।
Like that lifestyle যেটা মানুষ everybody talks about is something very real, and যেটা like you know like achieve করার জন্য, in my opinion, not very hard, like not just hard work, it's just discipline. So I think with the biggest advice I can say is just that the acceptance of like independency, and like because of that, accept corporate, you should work on discipline. Discipline is something that is very important.
So last question.
না I mean বেশি কিছু বলার নাই, বাট অনেক কিছু শিখতে পারলাম অ্যাকচুয়ালি। I felt like অনেক ভালো একটা কনভারসেশন ছিল। আমি I didn't expect it to be as good, I'll be very honest.
Okay.
কারণ ধরো ইসলামের সাথে তোমার মোটামুটি অনেক দিন ধরে চেনা জানা, you guys have had a lot of conversations, but আমাদের ওই লেভেলের হয় নাই, but I think after this conversation আরো better বুঝতেছি, and looking forward to the future, man. Like it was amazing, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, একটাই লাস্ট একটা কোয়েশ্চেন আছে তোমার জন্য, শুনতেছিলাম এটা তুমি কি মুভি বানাচ্ছো?
So এই ভিডিওটা তো unscripted, right? You never know, maybe. Maybe, yeah, sure, yeah.
Stay tuned to find out.
Stay tuned, guys. Bye.